There we go. Hi, everybody. I'm Manic Velocity. And I got some candy cigarettes for this. Hold on. There we go. Hi, everybody. I'm Manic Velocity. And Open Comms has dragged me out of retirement for whatever the hell this is. We're calling this Hot Comms. It's the show where somebody actually wrote this down. It's the show where we overheat everything from our mouths to our modules. Get it? Because it's EVE Online. I'm joined tonight by insert guests' names here, and they're going to dip into some hot sauces while I ask them about their experiences in EVE, and you, the audience, get to laugh at their pain. This is a show format that has never, ever been done before. So without further ado, let's get the fuck on with it. I could have drawn this out a little bit more to hit the post, but there it is. All right. I feel like I should have some other music going on. All right, guys, are you ready? We have Alyx Sokarad, we have Dreydan Trovier, and Skyhawk Everhart.
Ready.
I'm getting used to a new chair here. You know, you have to get used to new chairs, like it's a chair you're not used to.
Yep.
That one smells
All right.
good. I like this.
Who else is anybody? Vlad, Redline, are you guys doing this?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
This is a spectator sport for them.
I'm answering questions.
If you're
if I feel
doing
like
it, you got to be on cam. Otherwise, how are we going to know that you're eating the wings?
Oh, I'm
I
not
have
eating the
0
wings.
but I had chicken earlier
Skyhawk
today,
was supposed
so
to come to my house to do this. I would
work
be doing it
tomorrow.
with him, but he
Skyhawk, why
didn't
aren't
come to
you
my
over at
house.
Redline's
So
house
I
right
work
now?
tomorrow. It didn't work out, unfortunately.
yeah, wild how that works. But anyways,
be at work
I'll
tomorrow?
answer the questions.
Yeah, I know.
I like answering questions.
Mistakes were made, Drayden. Okay, mistakes were made. Or about to be made.
Mistakes are always made on this show.
There's no seam on this.
There's
Jesus Christ.
Yo, there's fireworks going.
No,
There's
it
fireworks
just looked like
going?
it went from solid
Mhm.
plastic cap to like plastic wrap, and there's.
all right. Let's get this show on the road. I got places to be, so let's get through this. Question number 1, guys. I feel like I should have some other music.
Let's take our first
underneath
bites
here.
and get our first flavors.
I'm still mixing.
Mixing.
What are you mixing?
Saucing the wings, I mean. Like,
You're saucing
Oh,
the wings.
I'm like doing a whole
Bro,
like.
you are like 5 steps behind here.
I know. I got like little
He's got-
ramekins between.
He's got the music going and everything.
We got music going, Drayden. Let's come on.
We have
Okay.
music. It's
Question-
this
I'm
Number
ready
time.
for your
one.
question. I got
Ready
this
for
flavor
question.
in my mouth.
All right. Question number 1. We're starting it off easy. What got you into EVE Online? What was the initial appeal? And has that changed over the years?
It's definitely changed over the years for me. The way I got into EVE, actually, I was telling Alyx this story before the show started. I was visiting a friend from out of state who did not have air conditioning. And it was the middle of the summer. So he's like, hey, let's not die together in my apartment of heat and go to my friend's house. And that friend was Kale, actually, that you guys have met at FanFest. And while I was visiting that night, he was playing EVE. This is back in 2009. And y'all been stuck with me since. I was just like, ooh, what's that space video game you're playing? So the initial allure was the just the sci-fi genre, but the community and honestly the streaming community at large is what's kept me really interested the last half decade.
Alyx, you got a mouthful of food. Go.
Yeah. Mine was actually seeing the This Is Eve trailer back in 2014, I think it was. And what kind of made me interested in playing it was hearing all the comms and people talking in the, about flying the ships and questions and all this stuff, and it's sort of like that trailer sort of like hooked me in, so I decided to install it. I got a 30-day code at that time because it wasn't free to play, and I was instantly hooked within like the first day. So poor Dreydan, he's there he goes. There goes Dreydan.
Dreydan finally got around to eating a wing. Oh, he's chowing down too. Good for you. All right, we're not allowed to make fun of him anymore. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
All right, that's pretty good. So that's a buffalo.
How do you guys do with spicy stuff? I forgot to ask. That's a question that they ask on the
I'm
other
good
show
with
that we're not
spicy stuff.
copying.
Like,
I'm pretty good with spicy.
I'm good with spicy stuff. So I'm starting with buffalo. That's like, this is nice, got a little kick, but I mean, by the time it gets to probably here, like a Carolina Reaper and Pepper
I'm
X,
scared when we get here.
that's when it's gonna. That's not gonna be fun for you.
I can't wait for that. Oh my god.
So that's a good. That's the Hot Ones buffalo sauce. It's
Put me in the hot
delicious.
seat for a question, Manic, right after I have the bomb.
So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
what got
I got
me
some
into-
good ones towards the end.
what got me into, I was actually at a game shop, my buddy's game shop. This is back when I played Magic the Gathering. I was playing some Magic, and there was a dude there, had his laptop. He was playing some video game, and I just kind of looked over. He was playing Eve, obviously, and then I was just kind of like, "Oh, what's that?"
I
He's like,
took a wild guess, and it turns out I was right.
"Yeah," and so I was like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Oh, it's this game called Eve Online." And like now playing Eve Online, it's like, "Oh, what's that?" It's like, "Oh, you shouldn't have. Now you're in
You
for it."
don't want to
you're
know.
like,
Believe me, just walk
and
away.
I was expecting to be like, "Oh, it's the space game," like just a couple sentences, and then he was like, "Oh, it's Eve Online. It's this." So you could, and then he just starts going into like the where is Pepe or who's Pedro crazy explanation, and then the next match starts, and I'm sitting there playing Magic, and like I'm halfway through the match, and this guy's still got his laptop. He's like pulled his seat up next to me. He's got his laptop sitting there. He's like, and then this, he keeps pointing over. I'm like, "Bud, I'm playing." It was like 10 minutes later, he's still like going on. I'm like, I'm that's cool, man, but I'm playing right now. And
You're trying so hard
yeah.
to be nice.
And it's like, and then a month later, I got a new computer. I was like, "Oh, what games do I want to play?" I'm like, "What was that fucking space game that one dude showed me?" And then I figured it out. So I was Eve Online, downloaded it, started playing it. I was like, "Okay, this is fucking fun." So that's how I started playing. That was in 2012, like February or March 2012. It was like during Crucible, I think. So the tier 3 battle cruisers had just come out. It was that patch or that expansion.
Oh, that
Like the
was
tornadoes and
Crucible.
Nagas and Taluses,
Yes.
like those had just come out.
That was Crucible.
Yeah.
That was their like holy shit panic button like backlog
Oh.
fix after
Summer of Rage.
the
Incarna.
Summer of Rage. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Oh, wait, Incarna was the
they
wormholes?
released-
Or Incarna was the walking in stations?
Incarna was walking in stations.
Okay, yeah, that was right
Walking in captain's quarters.
Walking in captain's quarters. Yeah, the Crucible
and-
expansion was like their oh shit, we got to fix a bunch of things. People are leaving in droves. Like,
Yeah, and it was funny because when I first started, like obviously everyone had already gotten pissed and like the rage about it had not fully gone away, but it mostly subsided to a point. And I start playing, and I'm like, "So how do I open this fucking door in the captain's quarters?" And everyone on comms just starts laughing. I'm like, "What? Why would they put a door there and you can't open it?" And apparently that
wasn't
was
there even a button to open the door?
It looked like it, but you couldn't push it.
It's
But
Trixie. False.
you clicked on it, and then but it popped up the warning, the dialogue that said pod bay
Oh.
doors are locked for maintenance or something like that.
yeah. So
Space
me asking,
Gator,
like,
there's
how you
my
get in
lineup
there.
for you.
That looks so glamorous. My God.
I have an Idaho-shaped charcuterie board.
That's adorable. That's fucking adorable, dude. Look at Susie Homemaker here.
I
Oh,
love
no,
it.
I
did you
just-
drop a wing?
I
Did you
dropped a
drop a
wing
wing
right
on
on
your
my keyboard.
Yeah.
Fucking Sticky Keys is gonna hate me.
Oh, this is going so well.
Of course he did. Of course Dreydan dropped a wing on his keyboard. Yeah, this is going fantastically. All right, we're off to a good start.
First sauce
Well,
down, boys.
F8 makes something pop
I'm
up.
diving in.
Oh no,
I'm
F7.
I'm diving into my second sauce now, the Amar.
Second sauce, second question. So there's a lot of things to do in Eve, to the point where almost nobody is able to do everything. So most players specialize in a few aspects of the game. What type of gameplay do you specialize in, and is there a skill path that you are interested in but haven't yet explored?
Wait, say that again?
What type of gameplay do you specialize? Like, what is the type of things that you like to do in the game, but is there something that you haven't done but you're interested in?
For me, it's no secret. I've specialized really for the most part in industry, but I've been playing the game long enough at this point where skill wise for like what I'm training, my main has 6 years of level 5 only training in the skill queue right now. And it's just maxing everything out at this point. My main is very generalized now. There's not a ship in the game that I can't fly in my main.
Is Ariel?
Also, Amara is a bit spicier than the Caldari, actually. Or these are just like being additive. I can't quite tell yet.
Oh, yeah, the additive
This is a
spice.
little spicier. I like this one. This is
The
really
additive
good.
property of capsaicin.
This is hot ones. Los Calientes Barbacoa. It's fucking
Ooh.
delicious. It's actually
That
really
sounds
good.
good.
I
actually.
almost
Ah.
bought that one.
It's
okay.
delicious. I love it.
But-
I like it better than the buffalo.
Barbacoa is so awesome.
Is it barbecue-y, like ish?
Kinda. Yeah. It's like almost like a smoky barbecue, but not.
I thought of it more as like a Cajun kind of a thing.
Yeah, I'd say like almost like if you
Like
could
a
make
Cajun barbecue?
like 3/4 Cajun, 1/4 barbecue, but with a smoky taste in there too.
Okay.
It's really good.
Yes, there is scamming in Eve
Yeah, scamming
as
is
off-prem.
allowed, and
I was gonna do a thing. You guys ruined it.
Ah,
No,
shit.
scamming is not allowed. If anybody does scam you in the game, report them immediately.
Yes.
Wait, so you're saying you would have reported me for when I helped a alliance get disbanded with a spy and some lying tricks?
That's a known exploit, and you're a terrible person for doing that.
I embrace that label.
So my playstyle, or Alex, did you want to go? We just keep it the same order.
You can go at any order.
Yeah, so my playstyle specialize in okay, yeah, that's hitting a little bit harder than I thought it would. Exploration, wormhole diving and doing stuff like hacking sites and stuff like that.
Hell yeah,
That's my bread and butter right there.
brother.
Yeah, thinking of where I might want to be in the future, maybe do some industry kind of stuff and some hauling and that sort of stuff. I kind of want to play in that space. So I've been kind of gravitating towards that lately.
My playstyle, I like PvP, but I mean, Logi is my forte. But I mean, I can definitely, fly a line ship, no problem. Although lately, as of earlier this spring, and then coming up soon, I've been really. I mean, I used to always watch the Alliance tournament and stuff like that before, but the last couple of years, I've been really getting interested in it. And this spring, Radicos and November invited me to go on to Plug and Play's tournament team. So I practiced with them, and I didn't do any live matches, but definitely did a lot of scrims with them, and I was really enjoying it. And I think it's definitely helped my PvP capability too, because I mean, when I first started, the first weekend I went to do a match with them, Radicos was like, he had me share my screen so we can kind of watch, because I told him like, I'm not very good at PvP, but they're like, that's all right, we'll teach you. And so he's like watching my screen, and then he's like, go after that guy, go after that guy. I'm like, okay, and I right click and approach. He's like, did you just approach? He's like, no, angle, cut them off, cut them. And I'm like, oh wait, I gotta actually fly my ship, shit. Who do I anchor on? But no, so I've definitely learned quite a bit. I have a lot more to learn, but I've been really enjoying and having a lot of fun with that. So I'm hoping that they allow me to come back for the actual AT team practices. And maybe eventually, maybe not this AT, but maybe next year if I keep doing it, maybe I actually get in some matches. So that's kind of been a slight focus for me as well.
Coolio. Hey,
I'd like
Alyx,
to
how you doing there?
share that I am sweating ever so slightly.
Yeah, how you guys feeling? That was only
Good.
the second
My
question.
mouth-
We're only 2 sauces in.
I know.
Yeah,
My mouth is fine. I feel like the sweat just beginning.
Yeah, I started off with fairly mild. I started with Buffalo. That's fairly mild, right? And I'm like working up. So these first 2 ones were not super spicy. They had like a nice kick to them, but they were more flavorful. But I think the next one will be a bit more spicy. But the one after that is, I think we're just going to start being like, oh shit, this is hot. Well, this next
I'm
one I'm excited
diving
for.
into my third one, which for me is the Galente. I do think it's funny that the how they divvied it up. I would have thought they would have each ally like have I don't know, they wouldn't have the two allies be both mild. So I guess Caldari and Amar are both mild. Galente and Minmatar are spicy.
Soy Boy Alliance.
I'm curious. Galente is my faction, so I'm curious to know what that tastes like.
I'm excited for this one. So this next one I have is it's a
Verde. It's really good.
Oh, nice.
This is a jerk
Green,
and
that
Scotch
makes sense.
bonnet. So I love jerk seasoning. So this is like a jerk and Scotch bonnet hot sauce.
Yeah, this is the Galente. Of course, green
It's
and
getting
Verde.
chromed out. That's so funny.
I don't know.
I have a question, Dreydan. Is that seasoning going to be a jerk to you?
Right. I had a sauce flavor in my mouth. What's my question? What's
All
the
right.
next one?
Sometimes the best way to learn in Eve is through your mistakes or bad decisions. For example, I once knew a guy who took his Brutix through a wormhole to go mining in nullsec. What an idiot. What was a memorable mistake that you've made in your Eve career, and what did you learn from it? How have you? Drayden's got 2.
I've got one that I'm going to share for me and one that I experienced someone else doing, and I helped it be a learning experience for them. So what happened to me, oh God, I just chased it out of my brain because I'm getting distracted by spice. Was in one of my early days, like in high sec, I was jet can mining and not thinking just didn't understand the intricacies of like the rules. I think this is before even like you had the safety toggle sec, so like you could easily fuck up and get yourself concorded or make yourself vulnerable to attack. So anyway, this asshole comes along and steals from one of my cans, and then of course goes gets a timer so I can shoot him. Me sitting there in my procure, I'm like, actually no, I think I was in a mining frig. Yeah. I decided to send my drones after him because I'm like, hey, you rude man, you can't touch my stuff. I'm a pew pew you. And then I immediately died to him and lost everything I was mining that day to him. And I was big sad. But I got to help teach that lesson to someone else years later. I was sitting in YMP, mining my own business at an ice belt in that system. And YMP is nullsec in Providence, but borders highsec. And this mining, I think it was a coveter actually, warps into the ice belt right next to me. He's a total neutral. And he just immediately starts doing his ice mining. I'm in a work wall, pull in my mining drones, send up my PvP drones, and kill him, and then go back to mining. So comes full circle. Reteach what you learned.
Drayden?
Mine that. Oh,
go. Okay, no, Alyx,
No,
go.
Oh, okay. Mine that has gotten me in the most trouble is being too greedy. And I would say that the thing that has really got me in trouble are ghost sites. With hacking ghost sites. And I'll post my latest one here. I don't know if I've learned not to actually not to actually go after those sites, but I still do it anyway. And I lose a shit ton. So, yeah. Ghost sites. And being greedy.
I've had a lot of mishaps, but the 2 that stand out, the very first one I had was fairly early when I was playing Eve. I think it was only about 6 months in. I had trained into a stealth bomber, and we were doing some bombing fleets. I was really excited, and I hadn't done them before. And it was, so we get in position where I'm aligned right, and he's like, decloak and bomb, decloak and launch. And I decloaked, and everyone else decloaked right with. I'm like, cool, I'm right where I should be. Launch bombs. I didn't warp off though. For some reason, I decided that like when I decloaked and launched my bomb, I'd also turn on my MWD and just kept going forward. And when the bomb blew up, I was in it, so I bombed myself, and I blew myself up with my own bomb. Well, everyone else blew up.
Damn, we found Ahmed the
wow.
dead terrorist brother.
I found that very hilarious because I like me. Either my bomb and a few others blew my ship up, and then the other few blew my pod up. So I like instantly just found myself back in station. I thought that was excellent. The second mistake I made that was a little like several years later. So I was doing some jump freighting like on the side, and it was after an open comms night. This was back when we were getting super shitty wasted drunk. And Drunk Canadian was on the show, and he needed a rig because he was drunk and wanted to just like YOLO drop his carrier and whelp it against something, but he wanted a rig for it. And I was like, I'll get you a rig. And I don't know why in my mind I thought capital rigs took up a shitload of space, and so I'm like, I got a jump freighter, I'll take it to you. So I put just this lone capital rig in my jump freighter that's taking up 40 M3 of space, and then I like warp off of Jita and jump through into New Caldari, and then I get pointed. I'm like, what fucking idiot's pointing me? And then I'm sitting there waiting. I'm like, where the fuck is Concord? Where's Concord? And then like 10 other ships start showing up. Taloses show up and start shooting me, and Concord's nowhere to be seen. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I looked and I'm like, I was not on my neutral ult. I was on my war decked character. And this was, what was the alliance that would just war deck everyone in high sec back in the like
Black Flag?
No, it was like 8 years.
Privateer was the old school one.
Was it Privateer? It was like, it was like 8 years ago or something. Marmite, yes, thank you. It was Marmite Collective. Marmite Collective had like 10 dudes that, and they just, because I was in, I think, TNT back then. And yeah, it was Marmite for sure. Yeah, I was in my TNT character, and they just killed my arc, and I was like, wow, well that fucking sucks. And
I think I remember you talking about.
Yeah,
this.
Dirk was on comms. He's like, wait, how much? Like you just lost your arc? I was like, yeah, I lost my arc. He's like, I was like, I don't know if I have enough IS to replace that because I'd always been so careful with it. And this was back when he and Dirk bought me another jump freighter. This is back when they were 6 billion. And so he bought me another arc, and I was like, always make sure you're on the right fucking character when you go into high sec, especially in an expensive ship. So that was fun. Hey, blast him.
What's up, blast him?
Hey, so there was a praise Akaroth, and I'm going to try to do this whole challenge without taking a drink. So praise.
Are you taking a shot of hot Alyx? Okay.
Praise Akaroth.
Woo!
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Here comes get the
bottle.
Jesus Christ! Dude, your face instantly went flush, dude. You are so red right now.
He looked like he enjoyed that. Like,
and I'm diving in now to the last of the CCP hot sauces. This is the Minmatar, the spiciest of them all.
Okay. Question 4.
Biggest drink of water.
This is where they start getting really. This is a.
It's been said.
Garlic Carolina Reaper.
Not by me, but it's been said that if you find yourself in a fair and equal fight, then something has gone terribly wrong. So can you tell us a story of when you were on the giving or receiving end of a fight that was not fair or equal?
My favorite time of being on this side where it was not equal but was in our favor, however we were outnumbered, was we basically baited some CVA and friends to come out and fight us, and they were able to put like 50 guys into fleet. They were being really jumpy and really careful about just how they would position themselves while they were coming through our space and trying to harass our guys. So we baited them out. This is back when HAW Reds were like peak. We got some HAW Revs out there onto the jump gate that they were trying to force and basically just started one-shotting jackdaws. Like, I think in that one night, I put like almost 30 kill marks onto my dread just because it was like pop, 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 just one after the other. By the end of that fight, odds turned against us because we found out that CVA was rage forming Macarials. So we de-sieged, jumped through the gate to the other side, and as soon as I decloaked, I got through first. I saw a saber decloaking and a Cyno ship, and I immediately went, "Oh fuck!" and I just blind jumped to another system, and I was fine. You okay, Drayden?
Drayden, are you all right, bro?
Drayden's
Drayden, are
fucking
you
dying
okay?
over
Are
here.
you
But-
okay, Drayden?
That's my story there.
Manic, we
Oh,
need
this
you to
is
play Smooth
great.
Criminal for this.
This is great.
That stepped up from like, that's from go-karts to F1.
I don't really have any funny music or anything for this.
Just the instrument track to Smooth Criminal instead of Annie, are you okay? It's Drayden, are you okay?
I don't even have
It was
any
at
like.
this moment that he knew he fucked up.
There we go. Yeah,
Alyx.
I got nothing.
I'm trying to think of something. I can't think of anything. I'm brain fog right now. I should bite into.
Not the
Yeah,
kind of milk I drink, Becky.
Any situation,
Any other
any
ice cube?
memorable situation where you were like you were either outnumbered or you were doing the outnumbering?
I mean, there's handfuls of times that I've been. Sorry, talking with a mouthful. Handfuls of times I've been
This
on
is
like
a Christian
camps and stuff.
show.
Yeah, Christian Minecraft server. Handful of times I've been on gate camps and giving the giving the business, so to speak, to like shuttles or real small frigates or whatever, with like 20 or 30 dudes. So as Vlad said, I guess that would be a gangbang. Oh my god!
All right, Drayden, you have to tell your story while you're sucking on that ice cube.
I got my big whiskey square ice cubes. What was the question?
Tell a story. Yeah, just suck on it. Just suck on it hard.
I set it
tell a
down on the paper
story-
towel, then
Tell a
there's paper
story
on
of
it.
when you were on the giving or receiving end of an unfair fight.
The receiving of an unfair fight was I'm gonna go back to like old days. This is hard. What the fuck happened? So
Okay,
Welcome to the
this
show.
is back when I was in Persona non Gratis. We were a pet buffer alliance for Solar Fleet back when they owned drone lands, and we started going to war with NC Dot. It was like Dot Bros. It was like NC Dot, Evoke, Ewoks. Why does this keep freezing paper to this ice cube?
Because the ice cube's cold.
And so one of our doctrines we decided to use was Blaster Geddons. Blaster Geddons with sentries. And our FC, I think his name was Argus or something. He was very disgruntled Swiss German. He got very upset if you just called him German or that he spoke Swiss German. And we were in these Blaster Geddons, and they come in with, I think, Abaddons or something. And he's like, all right. And he had us anchor up, and we turned our prop mods on, and he starts burning away. And he's like, kite them. It's like, we have blasters. What are we kiting? And like, we just burned away, like completely out of our optimal into their optimal, because they were beam Abaddons. And they annihilated us, and he was just like yelling at people like, "What the fuck? Why is no one killing the?" We were just like, "What the fuck? Why is this guy in FC?" Whew. This is hot. This is a hot sauce.
Yeah.
Someone's asking what sauce is it?
Okay.
This is a Carolina Reaper garlic hot sauce. It's a little spicy.
Okay. Question 5. Halfway through. Oh, okay. Skyhawk, you're doing the bomb. Okay.
That's a rough one.
Can't hear you, Skyhawk.
Actually, oh yeah. Are you muted, Skyhawk? We can't hear you.
Sorry. I'm
you're good.
putting it on my wing right now, but yeah, the next one you're going to see go in my mouth is To Bomb Beyond Insanity.
Man.
Okay. I can't wait to see you put that
Oh,
meat in your
God,
mouth.
that's too much.
So my next one, this
Do
is
it.
rated.
Do it.
I slathered mine.
Oh, God.
But this
Fuck.
next one is called
Show
Taco
it.
Vibes Only. It is.
This is fucking violent.
Show us, Skyhawk. Show us.
Alright.
Put it, I want to see this.
It says Reaper peppers, ghost peppers,
I have to turn
Reaper
off the
pepper
caramel, I'm
powder, and habanero.
Mine is Gringo Bandito
Here,
by
I'll just leave that off.
Gringo Bandito.
Dexter Holland of The Offspring.
Oh my God, Skyhawk. All right. God
Yeah,
bless
Dre-
you, sir. Here we go. All right. Go ahead and everybody take your bites. So this is more of a role play question.
If I die from this, all of my ISK goes to Eve Scout.
Oh, fine. I mean, I thought we were friends.
I just
Oh,
crunched
okay.
through the bone.
No, don't. We'll get it. We'll make sure it goes to Eve Scout. Sure. Okay.
What the fuck?
Do you have any imagined backstories or histories for your characters? Like whether or not you actually play in that archetype doesn't matter. I'm just curious what your characters' like stories are. You okay, Skyhawk? And if you don't have
No.
one, here's what we're gonna do. If you don't have a backstory for your character, we're all gonna make one up, and you have to use it in your in-game bio.
Yeah, see, that's what the bomb does to you.
Feel it to my toes.
Yeah, it doesn't go away.
You're
It
doing
tastes
the
like
trauma
It
rocket.
touched my eyeballs, and my eyeballs hurt.
yeah, it tastes like burnt leather. Honestly, I didn't like this garlic reaper was probably the closest to the bomb I've tasted, other than the bomb. That wasn't fun. This taco vibe is actually good. It's very spicy.
I've never seen Skyhawk this animated before.
That's a
Remember,
lot of
guys,
sweat.
don't touch your deck after having this.
Yeah,
Well,
don't
hold on.
masturbate.
I remember Rain linking that article about potentially people being able to having taste buds on their ball sack. So I mean, she was wanting us to dip our balls in hot sauce.
Okay,
should
you
try
guys
it,
do
Drake.
that.
Let us know.
Watch is
Yeah,
asking
let us know how that goes.
My watch is
Um,
asking me if I've had a fall.
Really? Is it like your heart rate's up?
No, it's because I was flailing my arms. I thought I fell.
Skyhawk, you're
Have
going
you
to be in
fallen
that
and can't
zone
get up?
for like
Okay, hold
15
on.
minutes.
Hold on.
I'm pacing
Hold on,
right now. I'm
everybody. Wait.
pacing.
Hold up. Wait. There's shit. Hold on. There's got to be we have breaking news. Breaking news. Wait, I have breaking news music. What am I doing? Breaking news. Breaking news here on the show. Rain says she will gift 10 subs if you guys dip your balls in the hot sauce.
Oh damn, that's like $30.
10. Wait, hold on.
$30 is $30.
10. No, this one? 10.
10, 10, no, 10.
10 subs if you dip your balls in the hot sauce.
Now, I looked this up because when I saw the article, I was honestly curious. Not curious enough to go test it immediately myself. But I think what it is that there's homologous certain types of... I looked and like the best thing I saw was that it's not taste buds like the actually...
Eve questions. We're talking about dipping balls in the hot sauce.
Yeah, it's not actually like taste buds. It's like similar types of nerve things or development thing, but like
Taste
it's more
balls.
for like sperm development. And I don't think it's on like the outside of your scrotum. It's like in the testicles themselves. So dipping your balls in anything isn't going to make you taste anything. But there was a TikTok trend where a bunch of dudes are like dipping their balls in soy sauce and shit. It's like, okay, now you just got sticky balls.
Well, I'd like to answer Manor's question.
All right, anyway, so
while I'm
back to
still
the
dying.
question. Sorry, that was the science
We
hour.
can
There
keep
go.
talking about balls.
I've got balls of
So I like
steel.
to think that my main,
Dip the balls.
she's the all of my fuck me. Why is it hurt still? Someone else answer. I need a minute.
What's your character's backstory?
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't have one, we're gonna make one up for you, and you have to use it.
So mine was, Alex, you want to go? Oh,
no, go ahead.
Cyan the man, what's up? Welcome to the raid. We're
Cyan rating.
So we're doing like a
Cyan.
Hot Ones thing. We're doing hot comms, basically Hot Ones themed. Eve questions. We're about most of the way through. We have the hottest wing left to go. So the question was character themes and backstory. So when I first made my character, I thought it really mattered. So I was actually reading up on all the different racial like sub things. And I'm a test tube baby for Kaltari, and
You're like, really? This
Yeah.
is what you imagined for your character?
well,
is being a
I like
test
that's
tube
one of
baby?
the, well, test tube child is one of the things you could pick, so I picked that.
Oh, okay. I didn't
So
know.
I mean, like literally in the game, I'm test tube baby.
All right.
And then it was, I just looked at Caldari. I'm like, hell yeah, capitalistic oligarchy. That's so fucking awesome. And then now that we're almost living in that, I'm like, it's not so fucking awesome.
You're like, wait a minute. No, not like this.
I mean, it's good still if you're at the top.
But I was like, fuck. And then I designed my dude and kind of made him look like similar to me, but also was like, this is like some Russian fucking spaceship pilot. And I just kind of went with that. And then very soon after found out that your race and all that stuff really doesn't matter that much other than just how your character looks.
Alex?
I'm gonna pull the trigger on, because I haven't really thought of it, but I'm gonna pull the trigger on you guys creating a backstory. So I want to hear it.
Okay. You're an orphan. Dreydan, what comes next? Alyx Sokered is an orphan who
Has one leg.
has one leg. And because of that, he could never pass the pilot program to become a capsuleer.
Yeah, he needed 2 legs.
He needed 2 legs. And so what he did was he
stole someone else's clone and had his conscience
He
transferred
went-
within it.
And had
No,
a prosthetic
hold
made from Sanchez. So he's got a spiky leg now.
a spiky leg.
Spiky leg, which improves spaceship piloting. Because it does.
The spikes.
I mean,
make him...
when you got that edge, that edginess, you just are better at flying ships.
And his spiky leg only runs on Microsoft Edge.
Old peg leg.
Oh, God.
This is not going as well as I thought it would. This is Jesus Christ. This was a bad idea.
Yes, my son.
What? Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then he found his way into Horde because they love spikes.
And a horde.
He's like,
Okay.
please, may I have some mo? And they gave him some mo.
Skyhawk, are you with us?
Barely.
Are you able to see?
Yeah,
Can you
I just
see
ate
us?
some 4% milk fat cottage cheese, which like took the worst of it away. I can talk longer. I still have to take water because it just builds back up.
My world, honestly, this taco vibes. I'm like, it's supposed to be hotter than this other garlic.
I'm
Reaper sauce,
gonna
but
have to
garlic Reaper's
speed
worse.
run my answer
Okay.
with occasional sips of water. So
Okay. 3, 2,
bear
1,
with
go.
me. So my main is Galente, criminal family mastermind. That's why all of my alts have the same last name of Everhart. She was the first one though to get out of there. She was run out of town because they were onto her, and that's why I went to the far-flung reaches over in a bar space initially. And that's my character's backstory, and eventually founded the Everhart Family Enterprise.
Family Enterprises. I dig
But if
it.
you look at my character in game, you'll see she's packing heat. Got a leather suit with a sidearm.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know
some
why.
of the- yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Dreydan, were you thinking
Yeah.
packing heat?
I was like, hot damn, damn.
I don't think the character
He's
creator
got a
supports
big iron
that.
on his
I
hip.
was like, was that a Sanchez prosthetic
Okay.
too?
Weirdest thing.
It's got
It's like
spikes
it
on it.
builds
It's got
and builds
spikes
and
on it?
builds, and then all of a sudden it's just like it's gone.
You're good now?
Yeah, like the flames have abated. Except for
Okay.
like when I breathe out, it like lights up again, but not as bad.
All right, this is the last
The
one.
back
So,
of my head is fucking soaking wet.
I think tradition, right? You're supposed to put a last dab on the last dab.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, we're
why-
only at question 6.
Oh, I can go get some more. I got more wings over there.
You guys are barely halfway done, so strap the fuck in, okay?
Do I just go back to this garlic reaper sauce? This was murder.
Whatever you want to do
Do it.
until we're getting through all the questions. I took time to put these questions together, and you're going to do all of them.
I only got 2 wings left.
Well, do you have what other food do you have? Do you have chips? Do you have popcorn? Do you have a steak? Just slather the steak in hot sauce.
Blasphemy. I'm
You
going
know,
to summon Mr. Hank Hill. And he's going to put you in steak jail for that.
Listen, do you want a steak without flavor? How else are you going to get flavor unless you completely cover the steak in hot sauce?
Salt and pepper like you do in Texas.
It's not enough. That will never be enough. You need the hot sauce. You need the A1. Squeeze
Mine's
some
57.
lemon on there. Some dill, some butter, some blue cheese.
Flesh and milk.
A layer of lasagna.
Rub some dirt on it.
And rub some dirt on it, and then
Himalayan
soak it
sea
in
salt.
olive oil.
Put some hot
And
sauce
then
for your butthole. On.
freeze it
All right.
and just eat it like you just snap a chunk off of it as it's frozen.
Why am I doing
Perfect
this? Sauce is
steak.
the
All
worst.
right, question 7. Sorry. Are there any moments either in or wait, this isn't you tricky notepad. You tried to skip a question, you fucker.
I was saying.
All right.
I thought we were on 6.
Outside of the game, EVE is famous for its real-world community events such as FanFest, EVE Vegas, EVE Down Under, EVE NOLA, EVEsterdam, EVE North, EVE Northeast, EVE Seattle, EVE Houston, EVE London, and so on. What's the event that you've been to that really stands out as being the most memorable? And tell us why. What was so memorable about this one event? Blasphemy, EVE Utah, you fucking liar.
EVE Vegas
Dreydan,
2021.
ban blast him right now. How do I
All right,
ban him?
banned. You can just time him out for 90,000 seconds.
And one.
All right,
For
go
me,
Skyhawk.
EVE Vegas 2021 it was my first large EVE meetup, and it's where actually I met, a couple of you beautiful fuckers, and really fell in with this community even more. And it just opened so many more doors of friendship outside of my immediate friend group with who I flew with in game. So you always remember your first.
True. It's true.
I was like, what the fuck is that? So, I was saying there's paper towel stuck to the ice cube, and I put it back in my drink, and I was drinking. I was like, what the fuck is that? It's like a piece of soggy paper towel on my tongue.
You got paper towel in your drink. Dreydan, you're on a roll tonight.
I'm doing good.
Jesus Christ.
I'm a mess.
Can you time out Sager? Because he said EVE Ohio. We all know that's not a thing.
Ohio doesn't even exist.
There is a Cleveland meetup usually. You can call that EVE Ohio.
Ohio's not a real state.
EVE Toronto, a random
No,
stranger
Wyoming doesn't
asked you
exist.
if he
That's the
was
one.
into pegging. Wow. Like
Sorry,
blasted,
I shouldn't
like
have
a
asked you
random.
that.
Was that a random EVE player or like a non-EVE player? Just asked if you were into pegging. That's a brave question to just ask someone. Anyway, Alyx, Dreydan.
Mine would be FanFest, absolutely. First time at FanFest, first time being out of the country, first time meeting you guys, and I had the absolute best time probably ever. So it was a lot of fun. Definitely most.
Dreydan, go.
FanFest was really good, but honestly, I'm gonna have to say I think it was 2019, the EVE Online cruise. That was so fucking fun. I
wish they'd do something like that
thoroughly
again.
enjoyed that. That was so good.
I cut a couple of nuggets in half, so I've got 7, 8, 9.
Nice.
I brought a spare nugget so that I would have plenty of additional surface to dip and ranch if necessary.
And there was a lot of us there too. It was, my God, I'm crying.
We both
I think there was like 38 of us that went on that cruise. It was good, and everyone just hanging out, doing fun shit. It was a blast. I'm touching my face with the back of my hand. I don't think I touched that with anything.
Be careful.
Y'all know what's funny though? Manic drops that question right as we hit the after show where that topic is allowed.
Hey, it's perfect. It was meant to be.
I know, it's like
Vegas 2019. Dirk showed his ass on stream.
That's right.
I remember that.
It's okay. I showed crack on stream a couple weeks ago by accident.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, Dirk just moved the stream, but then I think Dirk and Pearl made out on stream also that same year.
They did. Yeah, they did.
All right.
Dirk got so gay when he was drunk.
Yeah.
All right. Question 7. Are there any moments, either in or out of game, that made you... Oh, God. All right. Past my bedtime. Are there any moments, either in or out of game, that you consider to be quintessentially Eve? Like, has there been anything that made you think, like, this could only happen in Eve Online?
Yes.
So,
when
Go ahead.
For me, helping participate in disbanding an alliance that I had a grudge with that I used to be in was one. And then I would say another quintessential positive thing for Eve, though, is, again, back to the meetup topic, going to these meetups and seeing players from not only different parts of space in the video game, but also just a ridiculously diverse background in the real world, all come together, and you can just go and talk to literally anyone, and it's just super approachable, and for the most part, everyone's pretty chill. That is also quintessentially Eve in this community.
I'd agree with that.
Are we talking outside a game? That's very Eve.
In or out, doesn't matter.
I'm gonna go with an in-game thing. Just that there are some things that it does not matter how many times you will say it on comms to do something or don't do this. There will always be people in Fleet that do it. You could spend 5 minutes and every 10 seconds be telling people, make sure you're aligned to this. You will die if you are not aligned. You make sure you're aligned. You be aligned. And then the initiate fleet warp. You see 5 people left in the back. It's like, yep. And then also it's like, gate is red. Do not jump through. Do not red gate. If you jump through, you die. And then like you land on the gate and like you see like 4 gate flashes. It's like, it's like there is nothing you can do to prevent everyone. Someone will do the thing that you spent the last several minutes telling them not to.
I have like distinct memory. My first experience with like fleet warfare, I was always like, why is the FC like, why is he continuously repeating himself? And then I quickly realized why he keeps repeating himself, because if he doesn't, people do dumb shit. How could they align when they're busy dipping their balls in hot sauce, which you guys have not done? We could get 10 subs from Rain on stream right now if you guys dipped your balls in hot sauce. And I'm like,
why did that pop out?
What's the holdup here?
I mean, I do
have.
have.
We were talking earlier.
Here's the thing, guys. Listen, you literally cannot prove it. you are not allowed to prove what you're doing. So just step away
was
for a
saying-
few seconds, come back and say you did it, and then Rain has
I-
to give us the subs.
I do have this
Well, you're talking trust earlier.
half-empty
What do you
silicone
think I
ice tray.
keep going off to the kitchen and doing, guys? Like,
Okay, Rain, Skyhawk's
Duh.
dipped his balls in the hot sauce like
Yeah.
5 times now.
I know. It's because I learned I liked it. I'm
He's
sorry. I'm a
into it.
masochist.
So that's 50 subs you owe us, Rain.
Oh, yeah, it's
Everybody
10
bully
each.
Rain into
Is it 10 each ball or like
10 per dip
Prepare.
is how I interpreted
Oh.
it. So if all 3 of you did it, that's 10 per dip. That's 30 subs.
My stomach is already rumbly. This is not going to be good.
Well, here's the other thing, Manic. The wording said balls, so that means you could take a ping pong ball, put it in hot sauce, and technically you have dipped your ball in hot sauce.
That's true. That's very true, Vlad. Okay. So I think we have discovered a way to get a lot of subs from Rain
True, Gina.
because we need to bully her into following through on her promise.
Is she even still here?
I don't think she's even here. She would have spoken up because I'm picking on her.
She probably was
Okay.
like lacking
She
the
was
ball
like,
dipping.
"This is fucking boring. I'm gonna bounce."
Yeah.
She's up playing like Final
She's
Fantasy.
like, she's like, I'm gonna go off to some website where they do
she's
different
in.
balls
She's
and
in
shit.
chat still. I just
I'm gonna
checked.
go do weeb shit.
She's just ignoring us. She's in
Yeah,
chat.
sometimes it'll show
It's
up
like,
in
that's
chat.
such a
Sometimes it
Rain
takes like
thing to do.
several
She
or 20
shows
minutes.
up to streams and then she doesn't even participate in the chat. It's like, why fucking bother?
Yeah.
All right. Question 8.
I haven't answered yet.
Oh, go, Alyx.
Mine's easy. Fighting in tie-dye. That's quintessential Eve.
That
Any other
literally
video
would-
game even have anything
that
similar?
would
I
not
think it's
happen in any other game. That literally would not
Nope.
happen. In
What
any
was
other
it?
Game.
What was it?
Nope.
It just
Tie-dye.
died.
Fighting in tie-dye.
Oh,
No
yeah.
other game has that mechanic, as far as I know.
Yeah, anyone else that experienced a slowdown like that in the game they were playing, they'd be like, Alt F4. Although in Eve, that won't even close it out of the game. That just activates your fucking 4th mid-rack.
Alt F4. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
You can't, people are like, I can't even escape this torture.
I'm stuck here forever.
What is this
Eve
fresh
is
hell?
Mr. Bones' wild ride. It never ends.
Okay, question 8. Yeah. So I gotta admit, at this point, in
Jesus,
the-
Rain.
It what?
She
balls
said
in
we
hot
put
sauce.
her, she'll put her nips in them.
She will not. She's a liar.
Now this is some quality OnlyFans content we're coming up with. Though.
It's like that episode of King of the.
That's
the episode of King
These
of the Hill.
videos
where
are for
Peggy
the
gets
these
suckered
videos
into
are for the
doing
Open
feet pics.
Comms Patreon members.
Dude. Spicy comms. Spicy comms. Spicy
Open
comms.
Open Comes.
Open comes. We that's
Yeah,
right. Open comes.
that would be. Sorry.
That's Saturday nights, okay, guys.
Lord, I
Jesus.
apologize.
Jesus Christ.
New Getty. Amen.
Ooh, it was a little loud.
I don't know how you guys are. All of the flames have abated for me.
Yeah, mostly for me.
I've reset to neutral, but my body feels the journey that it.
You're no longer like doing the trauma rocking back and forth and
You know, that's one of I couldn't stop moving. I had to move. Like I had to occupy
started
my
rocking.
brain.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is just going to be an easy question. What's a module that you would like to see added to the game? So, no regard to game balance or mechanics or technical feasibility. Anything you want, a single module with one specific purpose. What would you want?
Can I not pick a new class of ship?
Sure, whatever. We're making this shit up as we go.
Black Ops carrier, 2 fighter wings, and the same jump range as the Black Ops battleships, and can fit the same cloak as the Black Ops battleships as well.
I have like maybe a couple ideas, and I don't know which one would be better. I was thinking either like a tractor beam that worked on ships, like pulled them in, Or I think this would actually almost be more fun. Kind of like a Hector bubble, but instead of it like going out and because we have boosters that will like, you can blink people away. You have Hectors that can like, bubble people down and keep them from warping. What if you had like a Hector bubble that went out, but as it went out, it was like a force push and just pushed everyone to the edge of the bubble and like pushed everyone out. So you could like push people away from you, push them back out to your optimal. And so if they're trying to get under your guns, you're like whoosh, and then just start blasting them. Or you could use it to like push ships, like try and push ships off anchor or off of tether and stuff like that, because you could like push them back.
I kind of dig this.
I think that would be kind of a cool, like put it on a battleship, so it's like you got to put some skin in the game, because that seems like a really powerful module. And make it take a lot of power grid and stuff, so you can't like be full of guns. And it's like you have to like sacrifice some of your fitting to get this thing on there for the utility. But I think it'd be kind of cool.
My first
Might
thought
be
was
too
you're
OP.
thinking like a battleship version of the Titan mod, but
Yeah,
We'll make it.
it might be a
make
little
it.
too OP of a module to be able to just push people like that. But
Well, no, I actually, my idea with that, Dreydan, is make it a type of bomb that has to get dropped, like a gravity bomb, where it creates like a gravity wave, like pushing ships.
yeah, but with defender missiles, like bombs aren't as effective. You got defender missiles and they're easily dodged. This would be kind of something because you have to like get on top of them. So now you have to put your ship in danger to.
There.
And it wouldn't like push them out super far. Like maybe push like, I don't know, like 8 kilometers. That way you couldn't even like push them off out of scram range and like, or maybe I don't know, maybe be able to push them 10 kilometers and maybe you push them out of scram range just long enough to, if your micro jump try to go off and get away. Or there's a ton of different uses for it, I would think.
I
what
like
about maybe
where
making it like a channeling mod where it spools up like a trig gun, and the longer it stays spooled, the further it pushes away out to max range.
Yeah, well, it
So
only
that way you
pushes on the
can't
initial
just-
activation, so in between cycles, they can still move back into the range. It's not like it's a field that they can't get back into.
Let's let Alyx have his turn.
Actually, I'm gonna steal Gina's psychological warfare modules. I think that would be kind of interesting. Some suggestions may have been something like module that rearranges the overview for the target, or maybe just like a glitching effect or something.
Oh, like it
EMP
actually scrambles
burst
the
or-
overview.
Yeah. So,
Ooh,
but
that would be
it's
bitchin'.
like it would be like some
The
type
ECM
of,
haters
like,
would
use
bitch
it
so
once
loud.
and-
It almost make a different
you
type of
only use it
ECM,
really once.
like an ECM that worked on you, the player, and not just on the mechanics of your ship.
It's a client side actual effect to the game's UI. Dude, that would be so fucking cool. Shit.
You should call it like the
Maybe-
tactical realignment of, and then something with 2 L's. So you can call it the troll module.
It's it's got to
maybe
have
it's
some
more like
funny
your-
acronym.
Yeah.
I think it's more like more like it doesn't like fuck with your actual like your overview. Maybe just like your camera or something like that. I don't know. Some that might disorient.
Yeah, like if you mess with people's UI, they'll get like super triggered. But
Yeah.
I would be okay
but
with it, like,
damn,
like
that would be
scrambling something.
funny.
That'd be kind of cool.
Be so funny.
Really piss
I
people
would-
off. Make it like
I'm thinking,
randomly
like, if
rearrange
it
your
just kind of,
hotkeys
like-
for like 10 seconds.
I'm thinking it just like it scrambles the overview, so like all the text gets scrambled. Like nothing actually like moves or changes. It's just the display of the text. So it looks like it's getting hacked or glitched or something. So for maybe a couple of seconds, you can't actually read your overview. God damn, I love this idea.
I just want to say don't duel Skyhawk in the stream points, because that is so fucking rigged beyond all belief. It is so fucking rigged.
I think I've won like 90% of them against you at this point.
Yeah, it's like 95%. I've won like once, and that was it.
All right. Are we
Is it-
are we moving on? Did everybody
Yeah,
get a chance
sure.
to give their
Yeah.
I think
answer?
so. Is this
Okay.
the last question?
We got 2 more.
Okay, I'll do one more of do this Taco Vibes one again.
So after this one, On the last question, you'll put a dab of the extra on your wings.
But I've been doing that. What the fuck?
Cool. Well,
I
you
just
can
ran out of
keep
chicken.
doing it. So, as we've seen tonight, fleet comms can go from military discipline to unhinged chaos in a matter of seconds. Can you tell us about a moment on comms that completely broke everybody involved? Like some comment that was made, or somebody made a joke that just completely derailed whatever operation you were in the middle of.
I have one. Hold on, let me eat this wing.
Eat your wing and give your answer. Skyhawk, you look like a deer in headlights. Are you okay? You
I'm
actually look kind of scared.
No, I'm fearful for tomorrow morning. My stomach is already making its discomfort audibly known.
Do you guys do y'all have Pepto? Some ice cream, some milk?
I have an answer. So this was it's gonna be a little different of an answer, kind of. So like you're expecting chaos to ensue. I was on a fleet way back, and I think it was what's his name? It's Ivy's husband. Ivy that set up.
Oh, high res.
Yeah. So it was high res.
High res.
Way back. So he was someone that we came into our alliance. This is again when I was in the pet alliance for Solar Fleet. He was in our alliance towards the very end, and he was like running a fleet. And there was like 20 or 30 of us in the fleet, and we were going out roaming, doing some stuff, and we were coming back. And he was having us like go through a gate, and then we'd pause, and then he paused on one gate. He went to go get him and do something, and then he came back like 10 minutes later, and then we went like several more gates, and then he said he was getting up to go do something, and we were waiting on this gate, and we waited on that. I don't know why we waited this long, but we just were like, oh no, he's coming back. And we waited like half an hour just sitting on this gate, and then we found out like the next day that he just fell asleep. Like while he was FCing fleet, and he just went to bed, and we were just sitting on this gate, just orbiting him.
He laid down, and he's just like, I'm just gonna rest my eyes.
Yeah, so he just passed. I guess he passed out in his computer. Yeah, he passed out in his computer chair, and we're just waiting on this gate for like half an hour. Like, when's he coming back? And eventually, we're like, do we just leave him? We're like. So like half of us, it got into like this like discussion. It was like some Lord of the Flies discussion. Like, do we kill him so the enemy doesn't kill him, or do we just leave him so we like maybe he'll leave? And like we were like trying to like draw straws and like vote on whether we kill him or not, or whether we just go home.
This. I actually love
it. It turned into this like it was like an argument for a little bit, and then like we eventually just left him there. But I was like, that was like the most awkward fucking end to a fleet I've ever had. Like, and we were only like 6 jumps from home, or we weren't that far away from our home system, and it was like this whole fiasco of it was funny as fuck.
Alyx or Skyhawk?
Y'all know what's
Can't think of anything. I'm sorry.
I'm struggling with this one too.
If you don't got an answer, you don't got an answer.
Paper towel.
I don't have a good one for this one.
Vlad, did you have a comment? I'm sorry, you spoke up earlier.
Yeah, if y'all want to do so, there's people in chat talking for Thai food. If y'all want to do something that's spicy and it's really fun, Mongolian barbecue loaded up with like spicy sauce. Oh, that shit is so good.
Okay, last question.
All right, so this is the last sauce. So I got the last dab experience. Supposed to be like 2.6 million Scoville.
Which I already did. I've already done that with when I had my last chicken earlier, but I'll do a little on the finger.
On the finger. The finger. All right. So I think if you play this game long enough,
the
line between your real life and your Eve life starts to blur a little bit. So like maybe you learn skills in the game that you've been able to translate into real life, or the other way around, where your skills in real life have helped you succeed in Eve. So in what ways do you think your Eve life has blended into your real life?
I occasionally will schedule things. If there's something I really want to do in game, We just had the same sauce.
Dreydan looks like he's actually going to start crying.
That had a weird flavor.
I
don't know if
like the flavor. All of the Last Dab ones I've had so far, I actually like the flavor.
Honestly, I still think this Carolina Reaper one is like the hottest, but that's building. The flavor was weird. I don't know. I don't like that sauce. What was the question? How Eve is translated to real life.
How, or vice versa.
I would say it's like Eve is, it feels like, and I guess there's other games that might, people that play them might say the same thing about the Eve. Just kind of feels like this super unique thing that if you play Eve, you get it, and if you don't understand. And so, like, when you have two Eve players talking to each other, and other people are listening, and they're just like, "What the?" Because it's more than just the game. Because a lot of the game takes place outside of the game. There's so much of a social aspect to it compared to just the mechanics side of it. This is getting really hot. Oh, yeah. I can't see. My tears
This
are
is
dripping.
great. If you guys want to do this next week, I'm game. I will sit here and watch you guys do this to yourself every damn Friday night.
But I mean, the meetups, I know there's other games, like we mentioned meetups before, but I know other games do meetups. But I don't know if, like, most other games that do meetups, it's like a big convention. Like, you'll have BlizzCon and stuff like that, but they're not quite the same, I don't think, as
a lot of the smaller other like
hurts.
communities. They will band together into like Comic-Con type of stuff. Like the other, like other sub communities will band into that.
But the other thing is just the sheer numbers, the fact that there's this many people that all play on the same server. Like, other people that I talk to find it absurd that when a fleet goes out, that it's not like other, instances in WoW or something like that where you get like, 20 people in a raid or something. You have like 500 people on comms, and that's absurd to other people. And then it's like, and they're like, holy, 500 people. I'm like, well, that's just our side. And they're like, what? Like the other side has got probably 500. And all of us, and not all of us, but like most people are playing multiple accounts at the same time. And like, that's pretty unique. This is destructive.
I'm going to run it in a slightly different direction with my answer. For me, my time as a alliance leader, an alliance director, really actually helped me a lot with my management skills in real life, because managing a group of players in EVE Online, in my experience, is a lot more challenging in a lot of ways, like trying to build up an organization than like managing a team of people in the real world. Because in the real world, they've got a motivation to be there, as in they're getting paid. Whereas like for a video game, they need to enjoy it and have fun. So like just the dynamic is very different. But I think if you can learn to be a good people manager, paper pusher, essentially in EVE, it does help you be a better and stronger, compassionate manager in the real.
For mine, I would say being able to stay calm and can actually still think during like stressful situations. I think that is the biggest thing that I've taken away from EVE Online, and put that into real life. It definitely helps with okay. It definitely helps with IT stuff for sure when shit hits the fan. Yeah. So I'm gonna take a drink now because I have not taken any drink or anything like that. So I'm gonna take a fucking drink.
You went hardball. I've been sipping on water. Drayden's been sucking on ice cubes.
Sucking on cubes.
I went and ate a pile of cottage cheese at 1.2.
Everyone gangster till you start sucking on cubes.
All right.
That was how I reset.
More paper towel. God damn it.
More paper towel in Drayden's drink.
We survived the gauntlet, friends.
I want to thank you all for coming to this episode of Hot Comms.
Look at their faces.
I've been your host, Manic
Great.
Velocity, joined by Alyx Sokarad, Dreydan Trovier, and Skyhawk Everhard. Everhart. Sorry.
Everhard.
I don't know how else I'm supposed to. Can we just turn the music down? Thank you. Okay. That's it. That's how we're just